did say that. He said that shit.
He did say that.
He said that shit. Although
I'm gonna say this may be my best thumbnail ever.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of thirst traps out there, but I think this may be the best thumbnail I've done.
Manny,
ever.
I would agree with you. I know you can't hear me, but I'm gonna say because I think I like the little color in the background.
No, I think that looks like Bryan Danielson's taking the shit, and it's really hard coming out.
In mid-air, though. In mid-air.
In mid-air. He spitted a swerve. He swerves when he shits. I swear, when I shit,
that is it. And Marcus show. I am the racially ambiguous, all gravy Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
the man of $1,000. I think Marcus is the grand finale.
Oh, so he's 1,000 there this week.
I don't know. I don't honestly know. I get paid Friday. I haven't looked at my account. I hope it's all there.
Marcus, there is some news. And it's all Hulk Hogan.
God damn it, Manny. I'm so tired to talk about this old fool.
Well,
this fool.
This man was racist towards Kamala Harris. And then also his biopic has now been cancelled.
Why not just do it badly? I don't see. This is what I would do if I want to cancel someone's biopic because of things they have done, or we don't know how the public is going to see this man. I would just do a bad biopic. Why not? Why not just switch it up and turn it into a comedy of a fool that doesn't know how to adapt to the 21st century? I find the scene of him and Bubba Love Sponge's wife in his bedroom in his sex tape saying N-word freely. I think that would be a hilarious scene. I don't know. Hemsworth didn't want to do that? Thor didn't want to say the N-word? Come on. Thor wanted to say the N-word. Thor always wanted to say the N-word. He just looked at Black Falcon and was like, I want to call you the N-word right now because you do nothing for this team.
And then...
Hemsworth team, please don't sue me.
And then the other bit of news is TNA suspends Rich Swann following his arrest once again.
Manny, what year?
Public intoxication and causing a disturbance.
Yeah, did he do this like years ago? This is new. This is old news. Man.
Again, no, but didn't he beat up his wife the last time?
Yeah, that was allegedly too. But I hope Rich get the help he needs. Although, Hulk Hogan in other news is talking down on Rich Swann today.
I mean, I do.
That's how they all are. If you vote for Kamala Harris, that's what's gonna happen. They all gonna be running the streets just like Rich Swann. That's what they do. That's just what they do. Fuck Hogan.
I mean, I do hope Rich Swann gets the help he needs, even though I didn't need the help and I got it.
Oh, come on, man. You son of a bitch. You sober son of a bitch. That should be your new nickname, the sober son of a bitch. That should be what it is.
The SSOB?
Yeah. Add an extra S in there, you sober son of a bitch. I got nothing bad to say about you now that you cleaned your life up. Man got a chip and didn't even try.
Is there anything else around the wrestling world that you want to talk about? Like, Mauro Ranallo's returning back to pro wrestling commentary. Not that I care at all.
You're doing Maple Leaf Wrestling with Scott DeMille.
Yeah,
although,
and
I don't think I'm watching that. I don't think that fits into my schedule. No. There's a lot of wrestling in the world, and I don't think that fits.
Well, that's I don't even know where you're going to be able to watch that. I'm assuming that's something you're going to have to pay to watch.
I hope it's not a subscription service. It better be on YouTube or something. It better
it's going to be something, and you got to be a member or something to watch the full show. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen because that's the only money. There's no way he's going to get a TV deal like out the gate with just this company that's not been around.
I don't know. People just throw wrestling companies money these days for no reason.
Yeah, but Scott D'Amore ain't that rich. He ain't like Tony Khan and shit.
Man, he is D'Amore. Or is Demir? Demir's the word. Scott Demir.
Aura is also now a word, apparently, as well. The youth are now using too.
I don't want to. The youth, man, and all these words, they act like these are new words to admit. One day, some young punk looked at a dictionary and was like, oh, I'm going to use D'Amore and Aura. Just go back to just saying stuff like we used to say it. Like, man, like, fuck them and all that. That's what we use in my curse words.
Instead of saying bitch now, I'm going to say scallywag.
Ooh. You know what? Know what word I hate? And I don't even know if I'm using it. Razzmatazz. I hate that word, and I don't know why. I just hate it. I hate it in my drinks. I hate it when someone says it. I just hate razzmatazz. If I met a man named Razzmatazz, I'd spit on his shoes.
The only way I like to hear razzmatazz is if I watch a rerun of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and the captain, when he was gambling, keeps going, "Come on, razzmatazz," in his most monotone voice.
Rest in peace, Adrian Bauer.
Yeah.
He's dead.
So should we move into AEW Dynamite? There's nothing else we need to talk about.
Shall we?
We've got, although normally we get to about 10 minutes, get to the 10-minute marker before we start talking about wrestling. Do you have 5 minutes of material you want to waste time with?
Manny, don't tempt me with a good time. I'm sleep deprived and I'm delusional right now. So let's talk about politics. No, let's move right to Dynamite. I mean, we can talk about the Obamas talking dangerously. I mean, the Democratic convention is nothing but shoot interviews at its best. I mean, they may as well have angry old wrestling podcasters coming out there, too. Here comes Eric Bischoff to talk about Donald Trump. Stevie Richards, Conan, the Barbarian, and Conan.
I don't think Conan's that angry. I don't think Conan's that angry. If we're talking about wrestling podcasts, I think the nicest one, Chris Van Vliet, he's too nice.
Yeah, well, he's the upgraded version of Ryan Satin, who's went wayside.
Nah,
but yeah,
don't you dare put Ryan Satin's name in Chris Van Vliet same.
He took his spot. He took his spot. You know he did. He took that spot.
But Chris Van Vliet doesn't do the fake laugh
or interject his life into it. When I was 17, I had a 8-year-old dog named Cody Rhodes who fought another dog named Roman Reigns and his pack of tribal chiefs. Like, what are you talking about? Get out of here.
Yeah, that's why Saturn don't have a job anymore. J.K. Smush, I don't think we've seen you in a while, said, "Good morning, evening. What voodoo did Papa Shango put in the air today that is affecting people? You need to go into more detail. That's a bit too vague, J.K. Smush."
Man, you don't have to. Not in America. You just walk outside, you just see some random shit, and you go, "What the fuck is going on today?"
That's just no. There's certain streets in London you walk down, and same effect.
I don't know. I feel my crazy streets of Long Beach will beat the brakes off the people in the ends, Manny. I feel like that's where we're at. Right now. We got crips and crazies.
See, the streets of Camden are strange because part of Camden is rich. Part of Camden, there are rich people, but then there's a dark side of Camden where all the poor people are at. And you'll be surprised how many bottles of piss you will find. They don't spawn in the same place, but they're always somewhere.
I feel like bottles of piss is like, when you find a bottle of piss, you should get the sound from Legend of Bottles of piss. That's terrible. Why bottles of piss? Just piss on the street or shit on the street like everybody else in my neighborhood. There ain't no bottles. They ain't got class. You guys are all classy in England with your fancy voices and stuff like that. Shitting in bottles. We shit on the streets and then throw it at people if you got to.
If you can shit in a bowl, that's a tremendous skill.
America's Got Talent, man. America's Got Talent. Not just a TV show. It's also a way of life.
Okay. AEW Dynamite.
Wow, we really did get to that 10 minutes mark. Jesus, that's so embarrassing.
Marcus, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us.
I'm not. I'm ashamed.
The contract signing, which I feel should have made the ticker. But
Jesus.
But we're gonna put it here. I have a serious question for you first.
Mm-hmm.
When Mercedes reached that table, do you think she got some PTSD when she put that title on the table?
No, I just remember her the good old days, Manny. Or the bad days. She's like, that's so long ago. That's back when they didn't want to pay me. Now Tony's a fool. He gave me all this money. I think she has great memories of putting the titles on the table.
So Mercedes questions if Britt is really all in, because she had a backup plan of being a dentist, while she's been all in since she was 10 years old. that just means I just look at her and go, you didn't have any real career options. Your parents didn't push you.
What? No, she had a dream and she accomplished her dream and goal. I appreciate Mercedes for getting her dream. She's an older version of Roxanne Perez who did it at a faster rate.
Britt retorts she had 2 plan A's. She may Mercedes may be the blueprint, but she is the gold standard. Lie. She may be one of 4, but she is one of 1. Lie. You pride yourself on being a star making, but I'm Britt Baker and I'm the baddest bitch on the block. Lie. She's right about one thing, and she admired her and wanted to be her, so she walked so girls like her could run. So girls like her could be the first female and foundation of a company you're sitting in right now.
Bullshit. Anyway, Manny, you can't say all that. As you said, lies and all of that. I 100% agree. You can't do the plan A part without the joke here. I had 2 plan A's. I don't believe you had 2 plan A's. I heard Christian said you had a plan B. That's a dark abortion joke right there. And an alleged affair. Very dark.
Oof.
But I'll tell you, that popped in my head as soon as she said that.
That didn't mean.
You're a better human being than me, Manny. I'm a horrible person.
You made a difference, but that person doesn't exist anymore. You're a smug, arrogant ass, and care more about being the highest paid female, than she does about her own legacy that inspired future stars.
Excuse me, Manny. Let me object. Here. I wanted to object right away when I heard her say that. You care about being the highest paid female wrestler or whatever than your legacy. My legacy is to be the highest paid wrestler of all time. Fuck you. Like, that was my return. Isn't that the plan? Isn't that the goal of every wrestler, is to be one of the best wrestlers, the one that makes the most money? I'm sorry.
No way.
You ain't said shit. I mean, it means it. It means it, Manny. It's a business of grifters and con artists and carnies. And if you can somehow muster up to make the most money from anybody, you are number 1. It's like being the number 1 musical artist in the world. Maybe you may not be good, but you are number 1. You could be Drake.
Yeah, there's a difference in that though, Marcus. When you talk about sports and how much money people make, even though this is sports entertainment, even though AEW refused to go by that title,
rightfully so. By the way,
being the highest paid doesn't necessarily mean you're the best at your craft. When you take a look at the NFL and some of the highest paid quarterbacks, they are not the best. The only person that I would consider the best at this moment in time that's being paid top dollar is Patrick Mahomes, aka Kermit the Frog. But there have been many a quarterback that have been paid a lot, aka Alex Smith, who was serviceable as a quarterback, but once a time was the highest paid quarterback when he was the first round pick. He wasn't that good. So being paid, the highest paid doesn't necessarily mean best.
No, it don't mean. I didn't say best at your craft, Benny. I just meant you're the best. You're the best. I never said you're the best of. You're the best at keeping the money. You got it. You won. You're the number 1 con artist in the world. This ain't sports. This is entertainment.
Yeah, that makes her the best snake, Marcus. If you somehow the best female snake,
if you're somehow the highest paid actor, that means you are box office. I'm just saying, someone believed in you. Some fool gave you the money. At some point, Keanu Reeves and Will Smith and who else is up there? Just The Rock, who are just the highest paid motherfuckers on the planet. Were they the best actors in the world? No, they weren't. But they were considered the best by their peers by making all that money. They bring in the most money.
And then
Mercedes does not do any of that.
No, and then this segment already had strikes, in my opinion, for all the lies that were being told by both of them. Is it safe to give them that?
I'm not giving them a single strike because I'm going to call this. I'm call spade a spade and call this the best Mercedes Monet segment she's ever had in AEW.
No, because what followed this was the worst. And you know how one of my favorite attacks is with the microphone, right?
Yeah.
Just because one of the sound, it's like.
Yeah. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't hurt anybody's ear. It's one of those.
Yeah, but Britt did it to Camille. It was terrible.
Made me
And then
laugh.
the attack afterwards was just as bad. Camille just kind of fell into places. I was just like, okay, this was awful. I'm giving it a strike.
I was pro everything until the attack. I wasn't pro the attack. The attack made me laugh because he was like, they told me I could hit you, but this bitch is getting on my nerve. And then she dove at her, and I was like, I hope she kills you. I want to say for the record, this was this is a. I'm sorry, Manny. I want to overrule your ticker because I have something to say about this, but I feel this is the best case scenario for this, and they're setting up a very terrible match. I just feel like this match is going to be dog shit, and if I survive and make it to the watch along of this match, I know it's going to kill me. It's going to kill me.
Okay.
I know it's
Something
all
is
for
in
the
the ticker
job.
and you want to talk about it. Something's in the ticker and you want to talk about it.
Yeah, Tom Billington and Chris Jericho. The nephew of the Dynamite Kid. Let me quote a wise man, and I believe it's Chris Jericho, and I thought I would never do this in this modern stage. You are calling yourself the Dynamite Kid. What gives you the right? And then you're going to hear his nephew.
Him.
Yeah. And so I haven't seen him before. I've heard of him. I've seen, I've fallen off of my wrestling views. And then he came out and I went, oh my God, that ain't the Dynamite Kid at all. Child. That ain't shit but Colin the Lady clone.
Marcus,
that's Orange Cassidy with longer hair.
I was like, the audacity, first of all, to be using that British Bulldog music. We all know that's the British Bulldog music. Yes. Straight up the audacity.
Or the Bulldog. It's the British Bulldog's music. And he's so small compared to them. Like, it was like, oh my God. Alexa Bliss would power press slam this guy and throw him over the rope. And I would like to also add Jericho, former AEW World Champion, and all his other accolades in his wrestling career in WWE and whatnot. Pushed to the limit. I think it's time to retire. And then this dumb motherfucker gonna lose the match, Manny. This is how this match ends. He tombstone power drives Chris Jericho, which seems like it would be enough in modern day to go for the win. But instead of going for the pin, his racism had him jump at the bounty hunter. For no reason, he jumped at him. And then that cost him the match. That was it. He's an idiot. He's a fool. And I hope he never calls himself the Dynamite Kid. He deserves to lose all of that. And to call yourself the Dynamite Kid on AEW Dynamite like it's your show, get out of here. You're never going to be nothing. Tony, I believe Tony should have a restriction on signing anybody. Because I think he did sign him.
Yeah.
If the person is under 6 feet tall and less than 200 pounds, Tony should not be able to sign him anymore. We have too many of these guys, Tony. It's time to stop. You have a Orange Cassidy. You have a Jungle Boy. You don't need to keep casting the same person over and over.
So the video file I had for AEW Dynamite for some reason had extras on it. They had the opening dark match on what I was watching, and it was Serpentico versus Michael Oku, who I believe they're probably going to sign in the next few days.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm sure they're going to announce it all in.
Michael Oku is a good wrestler, but he's kind of built skinny like that too.
He's built like a Javon Evans.
Yeah, he's built like a Javon Evans. He's built like the new Dynamite Kid, where
he's taller than him.
Michael Oku's taller, but I feel like you might just have to put a bit more muscle on some of these kids.
Yeah, but you know what? He's young. He can get muscle. I don't feel like he can get anything that looks like Dynamite Kid look like a shorter version of Leo Rush. But I feel like Leo Rush will at least give you the business. Dynamite Kid don't look like he can do shit to me. It hurt my heart for the legacy of Dynamite Kid. Yes, the Dynamite Kid was a piece of shit. Historically, he's a piece of shit. But he deserved it. He's bigger than this kid when he was in his wheelchair. I'm just saying.
So we get Timeless Tony Storm versus Saraya. This was an AEW World Title match, Women's World Title match.
Strike.
Toni Storm wins. She kisses Saraya and the other one, Harley Cameron, I believe, and then hits a power driver. And then Mariah May comes out, takes out Toni Storm with the shoe again after the match.
Where do you want me to begin, Betty? Where do you want me to begin?
Do whatever you need to do, sir. I am not putting any restriction on you, my brother.
I think that this segment should have been Toni Storm does squash match, Mariah May attacks at the end. I think that's all it should have been. It made me sad, this match, emotionally. Because on Tuesday we even talked about it, talking about how they squandered the whole Paige return or whatever. Like, you could have did something with this. And then I look at it and I see this match and I go, this is what Paige is doing now. And I'm calling her Paige right now. This is what she's doing now. She's getting just basically squashed by Toni Storm. She's basically Gilbert at this current moment.
Do you not feel like it's a shame that even on a UK card, Paige can't get on it? Like, Saraya can't get on this card. Like, they didn't fathom a think, what can we do with you?
Yeah,
like,
at all.
They've just added this fucking trios ladder match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you know how dangerous that's going to look? Because there's just bodies going to be flying everywhere.
But, Tony needs a whole list of restrictions. Every pay-per-view shouldn't have a ladder match on it. Every single pay-per-view he's ever done has a ladder match on there. And the ladder matches are just so numb at this point. I've seen everything people can do with a ladder. All I'm looking for are people to break their legs and shit now. Oh, this whole thing is sad. I hated it, and it made me sick, and it made me hate Tony even more. Because I just feel like, Paige was a big deal back in her day. Back in her day. I just feel like there's something more.
They made a huge deal of her when she actually showed up on Dynamite.
Yeah. I just feel like you could have booked her better in all this time. Like, maybe she isn't what she used to be. Maybe it's the injuries. Maybe it's, she's not as good as, she should be or whatever. But there's just somewhere I feel like she belonged. In that spot, and they did nothing. And the fact that this is a world title match, Betty, you knew she wasn't going to win because it's right there on the cusp of a pay-per-view. Why do that? That's why I gave the strike for her. I hate that when Tony has a random title match here, like she's going to lose, and the Mariah May, Toni Storm title match is now just a match, or it's off.
I don't want to play devil's avocado, but is Paige one of those people that only want to show up once a week, once a month?
I believe she wants a limited schedule and doesn't want to work like, everybody else. But I believe at the time she was signed, it should have been treated as a big deal. She should have been treated better. I'm just saying.
Well, they tried, didn't they? They tried with the Outcasts. It just got very stale very quickly.
Was it really a try? I feel like they did the Outcast, but it was very half-assed because they treat their women in one segment a week.
Yeah, but
I just feel like there was no opportunity.
That was the point. I feel like the only women that are really succeeding are Mariah May. You could probably say Britt Baker, but then I would go as far as to say Athena in ROH. And
she doesn't exist. Ring of Honor doesn't exist, Manny. I'm sorry.
No, but if you think about it, Athena in Ring of Honor and who's Billy Starks, they're the only ones that have really shone in any type of women's wrestling. Because you got Thunder Rosa who's back and then has not been doing anything. You've got Deonna Purrazzo.
She's been feuding with Diana Purrazzo for about 1 year.
Yeah, not doing anything. Who else is there not doing anything these days? Taya Valkyrie. Not doing anything.
Let me tell you something.
There's a lot of women on that roster not doing anything.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you this right now.
Even Sheeta.
I'm going to tell you this right now. How long has Ren Sinclair been on NXT? Few months?
Few months.
Bigger star than every woman you've named right now, somehow. I've been like, WWE has used her correctly, or any of the other women I can name on NXT, even the nameless ones, who I just go like, blonde, 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 blonde. I feel like has more TV time and more character development than anybody. Only person that has character development is Toni Storm, but her character stopped developing and she's just kind of stuck in the same spot. It's kind of timeless.
Well, I feel like the timeless Toni Storm thing's coming to an end anyway. I feel like it feels like it's kind of run its course.
Yeah.
Or it's getting to the point where it's run its course. Like maybe it's time to start switching things up.
Yeah, it's a good gag that it's over now. See, it was a good gag and it's time to run. It'd be like if fuck, if I had all my brain cells and was awake, I could think of a wrestler, but Mick Foley being Dude Love, fuck it. Like it ran its course. It ran its course. You know,
it ran its course. So we get to Will Ospreay MJF. We'll cut a very UK specific promo to begin with.
I didn't get it. I didn't get the dog. I didn't shoot that dog or whatever he said.
No, there's a UK advert, and it's bang, and the dust is gone.
Yeah, I went, what?
Yeah, it was a very UK specific one. I don't know why he went that way because, like, I was just like, that's not gonna work.
It worked. It worked over there. That was the point. You know, for once, when I watch a wrestling show, man, I got to experience it like you when they make random American references that you probably go, what the fuck are they talking about? Although I do, they do go with broad strokes in America.
MJF questions what mess he left. Then he goes, he did make a mess, but it didn't happen when he was here. It happened when he left, because when he left, so did the fans. During his absence, he was promised Will was a golden goose, and he was going to be able to hold down the fort. He came back from injury early because he was begged by the top brass in AEW and WB Discovery to clean up the mess that you left, you arrogant little prick. Will says he should look in the mirror and shut up, you bellend. Did you get that on first attempt?
No, I don't know what he's talking about. But I was like, ooh.
Bellend is dickhead.
Oh. Well, then shit.
Top of your penis is the shape of a bell.
Not mine. I just feel like saying that. Yeah, okay.
Will basically says MJF's title reign was a joke, and then it went on, and that went on for too long, and no one talked about the main event they had last year at Wembley because it was just two friends that jerked each other off. He says you talk about people begging you to show up. He wasn't even employed last year. Tony Khan has 300 signed at the back, and their mother and their grandmothers hired back there, and he calls him and asks him to put on a good wrestling match because he can't rely on his world champion to do it. This isn't just about restoring the international championship. It's about restoring the feeling, and he is the feeling. There's more to this, but I don't know if you want to cover it.
Let's just cut it right here, Betty. Who won? Who won? This duel of words.
This duel of words, I feel like MJF did.
I did too. I feel like he cut him down when he was like, when the fans left. I left too. I thought that was a rap. That's a rap because that was so true.
That was that line, but we discussed on Tuesday. It ain't personal till you admit, till you define it as it's personal. But MJF did make it personal when he went after Alex Windsor, his wife, and the kids, and then said he was going to put a kid in that. He
didn't say it like that, Benny. He did not say it like that. He said, and I quote, so I had and I'm going to almost quote this verbatim because I thought it was a cold-ass line. I was like, he's going there. He's so petty. He's like, I had a conversation with your wife and your kid. Turns out the kid is who you're a good man. You took this woman in with her child. She's a single mother. You took it in, you're raising the kid as if it's your own, and you're a father that basically stepped up instead of being a stepdad. You're great. You're a great human being. And I want to tell you this. But after our conversation, that the next kid that she has won't be yours either. And I went, that son of a bitch. That's some cold ass shit.
MJF does say Will isn't man enough to use the Tiger Driver to defeat him. So once he started talking about the kids, Will asks Tony Schiavone, how much is the fine if he touches him. He tells him it's £100,000 or $127,000. He said it's worth it, and they start fighting. He takes out Will Ospreay and leaves him bloodied. I have multiple questions about this. But I know where you're. I know where you're gonna go first. First of all, because MJF also retaliated, does he get fined too?
No.
And then if you're going to get fined, don't be the one that gets beat up.
I'm dying laughing. Because MJF is not.
Marcus, imagine you did that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm your employer now. I'm Tony Khan at this point in time. Hey Will, hey Marcus, I'm sorry you got busted open, but I'm gonna need $127,000.
And you know what? Because you went after security guards too, you get double the fine. So I believe MJF will get fined, but it's less than Will Ospreay because he's not getting fined 120-something thousand pounds or whatever it was. He's not getting fined that. He was in self-defense. That's self-defense. Any lawyer would see that Ospreay came after him and was very threatening. But he may get fined for beating up the security guards, though. So, but that's like what, $10? You can beat those guys up. Ospreay, on the other hand, just wasted $127,000 for no reason to be laid out bloody. I don't think no one's had a worse use of $100,000 in my life. You cannot go. How much is the fine and proceed to get ass whooped and laid out bloody to the point where Bryan Danielson is in the back probably watching, going, "Oh my god!" And then you gotta finish him. You gotta finish him.
That's the only reason Danielson approached him in the back when he was bloodied.
He's like, "You need to win this money, man.
Do it and mean it."
Yeah, you gotta win your money back.
I don't think Will's pay window money is that high.
You're a stepfather. You gotta win. You gotta start figuring out how you gonna pay these fines. Will's about to be wrestling for free for the next year. It's such a waste of money. It's so funny to me. And I was like, oh, he got beat up. He got knocked out. Oh, he's bludgeoned. He deserved it.
Claudio takes on Okada. It's not making the ticker.
Could have.
But I feel like it should because it ended in a time limit draw.
I would have put it in there.
This was for nothing.
No, the title's nothing.
20 minutes of nothing.
Was it 20 or 30?
It was a 20-minute time limit draw.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. I didn't realize we were going to get this until they said 1 minute left, and I went, oh, we're really doing this. Okada just can't beat him? Okada just can't beat Claudio? Like, Okada could use this. They've given this man nothing but bitch and middle fingers. Although I did laugh at the Rainmaker middle finger thing. Okada's hilarious. I'm sorry, but this pissed me off more than anything.
The Young Bucks suggest should we go 5 more minutes, but then they said that ain't happening tonight because the contract was for 20 minutes, not 25, and they told him to get out of the ring. Yeah. And then we get a pointless Darby Allin FTR versus Jack Perry and the Young Bucks match. What was the point in this?
It happened. I don't know. I feel like they was giving away too much of what we're going to see at All In anyway. Yeah. With either match, and I was like, like this would have been the ticker for me. This would have been the ticker. The 6-man tag would have made the ticker for me. Like I was like, this has no purpose. Like Okada and Cesaro, enjoyable. I enjoyed it for 20 minutes. The finish kind of ruined it. I was like, Okada could just whoop his ass. Everybody else has. The
finish ruined it when he heard that there was 1 minute remaining. Cesaro hit a move. I can't remember what move he hit, but then Okada kind of rolled to the outside and then held on to that bottom rope. I was just like, you piece of shit.
No, I like that. I like what Okada did. I like what Okada did right there. Because why? What's the harm? Manny, you've seen soccer. Take it to the flag. Get to the corner. Take it to the flag. Run the clock out. Lay down. Play dead. Run the clock out. I see the NFL. Take the knee. Run the football. Come on. I'm okay with that. If I'm the champ, I'm doing that. But I got nothing to lose out of this.
Marcus, at that point, if you're going to do that, why even wrestle for 20 minutes, Marcus? Why wrestle for 20 minutes? I'm walking out immediately. You hear my entrance music? It'd be one shot, Marcus. It'll be one shot. I'm walking in like this. Walk into the ring. Bell rings. I'm walking. I'll roll out of the ring and walk up the barricade. I'll even run. Count me out.
Yeah, no, man, because one, they don't ever count anybody out in AEW, so he had no outs. He could, if he thought about getting DQ'd, that may be referee discretion or some shit that he can't do it. That's referee discretion.
Punch the referee.
A second one will come out. AEW has horrible disqualification rules.
I'll take the fine, Marcus. I'll be like, hey, Tony Schiavone, what's the fine? What's the fine if I punch this referee?
So I'm coming from the plane of Okada of who am I fighting tonight with this belt? I'm Kazuchika Okada. I can fuck up a Claudio Castagnoli. I can fuck him up. You get in there, you come in a little fat, little round, you ate a cheeseburger before the match. You go in there, you go like, well, goddamn, he got all this, huh? Well, he may whoop my ass, but he ain't gonna whoop my ass. He ain't gonna beat me. And then when you hear that time limit, go like, well, you know what? Fuck all this, man. I'm going home. That's what I was going through his mind. Like, this should have been over.
I can't believe you just brought up the Trevor Murdoch diet before pre-match.
What you eat? I ate some McDonald's. Get a Big Mac. Some chicken nuggets with an apple pie and a high C right before the match. All that. What?
A high C.
Yeah, with a high C. Didn't give a fuck. No health whatsoever. This is one of the most unhealthiest meals before a match ever.
No, I'm not going high C. If you're going unhealthy, I'm having Sprite.
I'm not going to let Okada obey his thirst. Okada's a high C person. He's a high C person. Orange high C.
So the final showdown is hosted by Nigel McGuinness. Truth be told, I didn't care what Swerve had to say.
Swerve! Hold up. To go into Swerve, Nigel was talking his talk, and he hyped up Swerve as like he was Swerve's manager for like 100 years. Swerve come out there and says, I'm going to cripple you. I'm going to make sure you never walk again in front of your wife and child.
It was a Mr. repeat of what he said last week to end Dynamite.
Yeah, he was Mr. T. And I was like, when did this stark contrast of him murdering people come back? I'm gonna kill you, Brian. But I do like this, Manny. This part I like. Brian, you're gonna wake up one day, you're gonna get an itch. You're gonna time coming, and guess who's gonna be at your door? It's gonna be me going, wow, kicking you back down.
I like, you could put on a mask in Mexico, but I'm gonna be in the streets waiting for you.
Yes. The man could just be buying action figures and Swerve gonna jump out of the box and be like, "Bah, you thought about wrestling? How dare you? You could be on the toilet. I'm gonna hop on the commode and bite you in the ass." That's what's gonna happen.
That's what happens when you try and go for tag team gold in Mexico. When you try and take on the Kings of the Ropes.
Yeah, you get fucked up. Swerve's on the same page with us. I can see Bryan Danielson walking out with JBL or some shit, fighting Alberto Del Rio, and then Swerve going, "Bah! What the fuck are you doing?" I told you I'll sneak up on you, bitch. So this happened. Bryan Danielson gets the mic and he cuts a very inspiring promo about he's the best fucking wrestler in the world. He's tired of being humble.
No. He doesn't just get on the mic. He runs in and just takes him out with the knee.
Yeah.
Then gets on the mic and go, I've been the best fucking wrestler in the world, and I have been for the last 20 years. So Swerve is going to have to kill him because he's leaving his soul in the ring. I didn't know the Undertaker was there. I didn't know we were.
I thought it was careers, not souls. I didn't realize we were taking souls. We're taking souls and we're getting gold.
Can Bryan Danielson, the American fucking dragon, beat Swerve for the AEW World Championship? The fans know. He knows.
Yes. Looking forward to this match. My guys going at it at All In the main event.
Yeah, but you got to run the gauntlet before you get to that match because you have to probably we're gonna have to watch 14 other matches to get to that match.
I'm telling you, I'm going to die during the Mercedes versus Britt Baker match, which is going to be awful. That's what's going to be the one that killed me. That better open the show. Otherwise, if that happens in the hour number 5, I'm dead. I'm just going to be like, in was it Mario Brothers when you're underwater and it starts going to the you're running
Sonic. That's Sonic. Sonic is the one that brings PTSD when you're underwater for too long.
Oh, is that Sonic? Doesn't Mario?
Yeah.
Oh, Mario's just you die when the level's going on, but too long. Yeah. Either way, it's either going to be die.
So, I was telling Eric because he hasn't watched Dynamite yet. That this was very promo heavy, and I think the show was really good, with the exception to the contract signing. I felt that was a bit weak. I feel like everything is like, if you were talking about a meal, I think everything is ready. I think what they've done with Britt and Mercedes is a bit overcooked. I think they've gone a bit. They didn't need this week.
They mess up the peas, Manny. They mess up the peas. No, I feel like the main courses were good. The main course, like they cooked me a nice juicy steak with some osprey and a little MJF vinaigrette on the side. I don't know anything about food, obviously, and I washed it down with some Swerve wine and a little best fucking wrestler ever, Bryan Danielson, on the side.
I feel like that was the dessert. That was the sweet treat at the end.
Oh, that was okay. That was my chocolate mousse. Not trying to be racist or whatever, black, but whatever. Fuck it.
Fine. If you want to be racist,
ice cream.
That was my chocolate cake and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. And you know what? And I just feel like they missed it with the sides of Chris Jericho and Tom Billington or Billingsley or whatever, and then the 6-man tag. Don't know why that was on the menu.
Yeah.
Just wondering, like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's a palate cleanser. Oh, okay. Whatever. Fuck it. Don't serve me no kale.
On the whole, I feel AEW are in a right spot. I hope they keep the momentum. After All In. They move into All Out.
This is the best build for a pay-per-view they've ever had. The best build. Like, leading into it. It's been about 5 or 6 good weeks of Dynamite up into this. Don't know, there's some rocky moments, but it's been some good Dynamite. It's been consistently good. Although they do slip back in their old ways. Tony, this isn't the week to start debuting random wrestlers. I'm just saying, don't bring me no Tom Billy. There's no place for that. And Hook and Jericho does not excite me at all. Look at his stupid beating.
Yeah, I think during that match we do something else, like we draw each other or something. If you join the watch along, give ideas what we could possibly do during matches that we don't care about, because we can't put them in the ticker, but we might as well be doing something else whilst that is on.
Manny and Marcus plays Battleship.
Oh, you know what? I will email me a copy of the Battleship I have that I made on Excel, and I'll send it to you, and then we'll play. Yeah, I will play Battleships on air.
You suck my Battleship, Manny. The match still going on? Yeah. Oh shit. They going 25, huh?
But yeah, we will be doing the AEW All In thing. I don't know what time it starts though.
It starts 10 a.m. my time, which is probably an hour before. We're not doing the 0 hour. It's 2 hours of 0 hour. Fuck them.
Yeah, but we won't
you,
do 0
Tony.
hour.
Tony,
We won't do 0 hour.
Stop. Just stop. You need help, okay? You just need help. No one needs this much wrestling. No one's going to be like, oh my God, I need 14 to 15 matches. No. 6 is fine. 7 is enough.
No, I feel like recently WWE PLEs have been spoiling us with like shorter matches, like less matches, but like more quality over quantity.
Yeah, it's like going for fine dining, which WWE was McDonald's when they just be like, have it your way and supersize it. Now it's more like, you know what? We're going to just give you the best parts of this. We're not going to force a JD McDonough versus Braun Strowman match. That doesn't mean anything on the show.
Let's move into NXT.
When does this guy want to show up for this? I have a lot to say about NXT this week. I think.
So do I.
Oh, shit. Oh. Thought it was going to be a long one. Let's start the show.
Well, I feel like this Chase U celebration went on too long.
It was 5 minutes of TV time.
It went on too long.
And I don't even think it was that long. I think
Thea Hell kept moving too long. I felt uneasy when he thanked Thea Hell and she hugged him. I was like, ugh.
Creepy old
Ridge
man
Holland
stuff.
is a disgusting man.
Well, he's
And
going
he's
by
boring.
Ridgy now, man. Ridgy.
He's boring. I hate his rugged speak.
I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you dress. All of a sudden, man, he becomes Kendrick Lamar on Ridge Holland.
I hate him.
That's not even
my favorite wrestler of the time, Big E. I hate him.
Yeah, Manny, that's not even how NXT started, man. That's not even how NXT started. It casually started with parking lot violence.
Yeah. What I've done with the notes is put them all together. If it's kind of leads into a match, I put it there.
Okay. We can talk about the parking lot violence later then, but that made me laugh.
So they group hug and all that bullshit. Axiom and Nathan Frazier come out. They say they Chase U were better on that day, but they aren't the better team every day because they made claim to being the best team on NXT. Ridge says he appreciates what they are saying, but they interrupted a Chase U moment. Fuck you, Ridge. Refers to them as a little engine that could, the underdogs that never give up. Gets all red-faced, saying he busted his ass for 6 years to become a champion, and he did it last week. But last week was bigger than him because it was all about bringing gold to Chase U. They want a rematch, but Duke and Riley said they got to beat them first. So we get an unfortunate Duke Hudson match.
Hold on. Yeah. Well, he ripped the whip-away pants, ready to go. I stay ready. Oh. Shout out to Axiom and Nathan Frazier for trying to get their win back. Like, fuck that. Fuck this. This is bullshit. Give us our rematch. Right away. And shout out to the heels, Chase U, for being like, oh.
No one said your name.
Marcus did. He said this guy could join us. He did, and I popped up. I'm like a genie in a bottle. He wrote me the right way.
Oh. God damn, you're so toxic. Anyway, Ridge exhibited heel moment number 1, which I would have did too. Yes, I am the champion, and yes, you are deserving of the title shot, but only if you can beat these guys.
Fuck those guys, man. Those guys that deserve
That's
nothing.
my move. That's my move. If I'm champion, rule number 1 of me keeping my title, you got to go through my goons first. You got to go to I Can't Fuck Duke, and the other guy whose name I never remember his last
The
name.
Daredevil, who probably looks better
Osborne.
than Todd Bennesley, whatever his name was. But the problem with this is that they can't make matches. Shawn Michaels make matches. You just can't. You just can't have these guys.
Oh, I'm talking about Shawn later, Manny. I don't give a damn what your tickets.
I'm not going to defend my title.
Hold on. Shawn doesn't make matches. Ava makes matches.
First of all, hold on, Manny. You're wrong. Ava don't make matches. Stevie makes matches.
No, Marcus, you're wrong. Rob Stone makes matches, Marcus.
No. Stevie steals his ideas and then makes the match.
Since you guys we're at NXT, did you guys hear about NXT alumni Sexy Red and her new line of lip glosses that have some of the worst names ever? Booty Hole Brown, Gonorrhea.
No, man. Why are you bringing that? Hey, you can't bring Sexy Red into this. She's done. We're done with that phase of NXT.
Eric, we lower the tone of our own show. Don't come on here and lower the tone.
Next thing you know, I'm going to have to start twerking.
No, well, we don't need that. But I'm here for Manny got anger inside, so I'm just here for that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. That I plan on.
Wendy Chu takes on Lola Vice. Actually, a decent match here until
mad at this
Lani.
match.
Until Lani decides to come out and she gets what she deserves for giving herself her own nickname. Comes out and eats a back fist, and then Wendy hits Lola with a loaded pillow for the win.
Can I ask you guys this question? At what point did she realize that the championship belt was in the pillow? Because she could have came and got this 20 minutes into the match. They were having a full-fledged match, and she decides to come out.
You didn't see. I don't know if you noticed the background stuff that was happening, where in the background of interviews and stuff, where you see Lonnie in the background just freaking out over
looking for shit.
Like,
she was looking
for shit. She's tearing up the. I was wondering why she was tearing up the medical bay. Why did she think she had it in the medicine cabinet in the medical room? Of all the blind places that you think you left it in the car, or you left it back at your apartment or house or something. But no, she's up in the medical bay looking under the sink. And shit, ripping shit open, pulling her hair out like, what the fuck did I do with my title? I'm going to get fired over this shit. And then she go, that bitch went at you. I know it was you. She had no evidence, Eric. She accused the first black person she saw.
No evidence.
She would accuse Lash and them, but they weren't there yet.
I wasn't upset with that match. I thought the match was interesting.
No, you know what? They set up Wendy Chu versus Lonnie at No Mercy, I guess. I
still feel like Wendy Chu's attire is still too happy for her to be evil, but you know, who am I?
It's all in the eyes.
Who am I to judge what she was doing? You know.
Yeah. I mean, the loaded pillow. I would like that to be a consistent weapon. I want something to do with that pillow every time she hits somebody with it.
So Marcus, I didn't care about the promo, but we now have something to rival the Pure Fusion Collective. We now have the Fatal Influence.
In other words, toxic attraction, but we don't.
What's the worst name?
I would say the Pure Fusion Collective is still worse because it's so long. It's so long for me to go all the way with the PMC. Fatal Influence, yes, not a good name. No. Not a good name. But you know what? I think it will grow on me in time. I was shocked about the backstory of Fallon and JC being besties from their life. These old photos of them. And I went, the fuck? Yes, Eric.
I'm sorry. Fatal Intrusion sounds like a bad
influence.
It sounds like a bad
Fatal Intrusion sounds good.
At the end of the day, it was like, we want to call you guys Toxic Attraction, but we don't want to call you Toxic Attraction. So let's call you Fatal Intrusion. At least
influence.
They're gonna be called Intrusion. At least with PFC, I like them for whatever reason. It's such a bad name. They had matching attire on Monday Night Raw.
Eric, we've lost you. We've lost your footage.
Oh no, we lost the feed.
Oh, we've lost the feed.
You can't deny PFC, man. You can't.
You can.
And the only PFC I trust is the boss man that sells the chicken behind it.
Let me tell you this about the Fatal Influence. I know what they wanted to call themselves, but the name was took it. No, they were maybe. They may have wanted to call themselves Fatal Attraction, but they realized they couldn't get the rights for that. They wanted to call themselves Bad Influence. They couldn't get the right of that because that's good for Daniel and Kazarian in TNA. So they were screwed at this point. Fatal Influence. We're in the middle of all that.
But I would agree with you guys both when you guys said the more interesting thing was that Fallon and JCJ were friends back in the day. It was like,
what is this?
And I was like, what? Let's go back like at least 10 years.
But then I also appreciate the angle that they took. It's like, you know, we're sick of all these athletes being brought in. We went the old school way of being in the indies doing $40 shows and stuff like that. And I'm like, ain't nothing like the old hoe being mad because the new hoes got new techniques to get it to the block. That's what it was. Like, I've been tricking. I've been sucking it and tricking for a long time. And now this new Instagram hoes shoving up and thirst trapping. I don't appreciate the new way.
I'm giving these new hoes, the Fatal Influence, a strike for the simple fact they're making me feel old, that they're in their 20s and they the old hoes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's also an issue. That is also an issue.
They over there. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't even 30 yet. Y'all can't be complaining about these 22-year-olds. It's ridiculous.
And then Fallon has lost her way.
But then, the Meta 2 decided they had a retort, while Eric's boy decided to show up.
Hey! I'm so happy on Thursday. You guys don't have to wait for Saturday for this point. This was good Lexus King this week.
Good Lexus King.
Good Lexus King.
I don't know if I can give him the good Lexus King. Look at that shirt, man. Look at that vest.
No.
I can't give him good Lexus King.
Let me tell you why it was good Lexus King, because Shantae was watching NXT with me. She was like, is that beard painted on? I was like, yes, it's painted on differently every week too. But I also want to know, because they didn't tell me, what was going on with his throne. What was the throne supervisor not doing what he needed to do? Because he was back there letting him know. Also, Lexus King, his game is so much better than Adonis's game.
Oh, there we
with
go.
Holler to the Ladies. Like, the way he showed he had the swagger. They need to be together. Lexus and Adonis need to be together. This is the faction I need. Black and salt and pepper. That's what we can call them.
Well, Adonis made the ticker, and I'm going to object to that one because I thought this was one of the most interesting cases of a wrestling match ever. I'm fascinated by this.
We can talk about this on Saturday because this was one of my moments from last NXT where a hater being a hater getting back.
Eric, we can talk about it again on Saturday.
Ticker. I have to respect his ticker rule.
No, fuck his ticker. No, he's not doing this to Ashanti the Adonis. My favorite NXT wrestler.
Like I'm not fucking here.
Who's here? Who? Oh, we can't see you all the way up there with your 1,000 views, Manny. 100,000 views, okay? Let me tell you this, brother. How dare you put Ashanti the Adonis in the ticker? And Eric, I respect your showing off, but this has to be said right here. Shawn Michaels has a new black son. Ashanti the Adonis.
The Adonis was approaching women that I couldn't even identify on the show.
Breaking news. 13 minutes ago, Sean Ross Sapp has announced that Ricochet has landed a multi-year deal with AEW, according to Fightful Select.
He said, I feel like we reported this when he left, when he went to that windshield.
So once again, as you guys were clamoring for them not to sign any more small guys, they signed another small guy.
That's Ricochet.
Yeah,
He's
but they
different.
just got Billington, the Dynamite Kids.
The thing about
they got a black man.
The thing about Ricochet, my whole issue with Ricochet is that he's going to come in, give you that one good match, and then he's going to disappear on the card just like everybody else in AEW.
He's going to be what? You trying to say he's AR Fox or Dante Martin? Or
all I got to say, he better not mess up
or Commander
in WWE. He better not mess her up. Because she has some of the best introductions in the game right now.
I'll tell you this, Mike Rose happy that that may happen because he can get off of NXT. That man's in prison. I don't know what he did in the back of NXT.
That hairstyle. Anyway, Bart, you was defending Ashanti
the Adonis is Shawn Michaels' new black son. He's coming out in broken hearts. His finishing moves is sweet chin music. I feel Shawn has adapted him, and this man will be your next NXT World Champion. And I think he was a damn good wrestler in this He beat up your boy Dion, whatever his name was.
I don't know what his name was.
Hold on.
Dion Lennox, whose gimmick is glasses and reading.
Yes. Hold on. I forgot I was going to do the segment this way. I was going to do the No, Percy put the glasses on and made him strong. Dion takes it off and becomes a whole nother person.
Let me just point out, Dion Lennox is probably the worst name ever in wrestling. Like, honestly,
not really.
They could come back next week and call him a different name and no one will remember his name was Dion Lennox. All I got to say is I don't like this guy. Don't like this guy. I agree with what Ashanti did. Haters got to hate. I don't like Ashanti either, but I like him more than I do Dion.
What do you have against Dion? He light-skinned and reads?
Yeah.
You don't know him.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, he get all the ladies. He didn't do nothing.
I mean, he light-skinned and reads, Eric.
You can't read that on air, Eric. You can't read that on air.
I know better. At the same time.
So Marcus already alluded to it. At the start of the show, Izzy Dame attacks Carmen Petrovic in the parking lot, removing her from the match, and Brittany Reese is put in her place. Ava tells Izzy Dame, I ain't rewarding bad behavior.
Good management right there.
Good management.
Yep. Can I wanted to laugh about this opening footage of NXT of them showing everybody walk in, but not telling Mick and Booker T that this not only is this footage taped earlier, it is live, that they didn't have an attack because they were shocked by it. They're like, oh God, what happened here? They were so shocked. No one told them that this attack happened earlier. He got attacked.
What Booker T said, you got to stay out the parking lot. And then Vic was like, that's one of the smartest things you said today.
Yes.
And I was like, you're right. I'm glad that they're pointing out the parking lot. It's dangerous at NXT.
It was a nice stroll. I thought they were all safe until, shit went real. Still shit got real.
So we get the match Sol Ruka versus Ren Sinclair, Adriana Rizzo, Jada Parker, and Kendall Gray. Jada Parker wins, but I feel like this was obvious. It was a decent showcase for the lesser known in the match. I feel Rizzo and Ren Sinclair got some stuff in, and then Kendall Gray produced the most basic moveset of hip tosses, fireman carries and shit. And I was like, yeah, you get him, Kendall. You get him.
I'm going to put my hand up and say, Manny, which one was which? Because I still don't know which was which.
I got distracted by the fact that most of them were all in white boots. And I was like, you need to stop.
Yeah, they were wearing the same gear. They had the same blonde hair. I knew Rizzo because Rizzo was a standout athlete. I was like, Rizzo got all of this. Rizzo's fast and athletic and can flip and dive and all that shit. I was impressed by Rizzo. Ren Sinclair is our girl. And she was out there, Ren Sinclair and having a match. And, and so Roka, Nubian Princess out there carrying it all with her power. I thought they all stood out, but the other two blondes in there, I went, who are you?
I'm going to say this about Sol Roka and Marcus. This is no disrespect to your Nubian queen, Marcus. But Sol Roka is the new Athena of NXT. Pretty much when she's hitting her moves, oh, it's great. But when she's botching her moves, oh, there's a botch. It's just like, she needs to have some consistency. I think Sol Roka could be a star if she can get the consistency down. I mean, like, she might have hurt Jada Parker with the botch when she fell on them ribs. I don't know if she was just selling it. And also, can we get Jada Parker away from Bronco and Lucian? Can we just do that? Can we stop? Can we just stop this?
And again, I have more appreciation for them since they brought in those other two black dudes who have not been seen since. I understand. I'm saying I take what I can get right now. She could be worse than Jada Parker, but she is so much more charismatic than all of them. She's so much more charismatic than all of them,
and better than B-Fab.
Jada says she's hyped that she's going to the Mercy. Says Roxanne may be a great champion, but she got next.
She's gonna get beat. Jada's gonna get beat.
Yeah.
And Julia and Stephanie gonna show up on the show or what? What they
Stephanie,
doing?
they're working on a visa, and I'm not sure. And then Julia apparently is staying a little bit longer in Marigold.
She ain't never showing up, man.
I would just point out though, this was actually a fairly entertaining Gauntlet match, like you said, that you could see that the women's division has a lot of potential, especially if they can train some of these athletes. But I need some of these women to dye their hair because there might be too many blondes. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's confusing me.
What did you think of this match? I feel like this was a unique Gauntlet match that, it was a Royal Rumble Gauntlet match in which they came out every 2 minutes and then it wasn't just one pinfall like the Casino Battle Royal we were going to get or whatever it's called. It was.
As you guys said,
I prefer eliminations. I prefer when they do things
nice.
like this. Like I prefer having elimination, even when they've done it on the main roster. I feel like it shouldn't be just like a fatal 4-way winner gets the number one contendership. I think the Gauntlet really shows that you've actually properly earned it. Winning a fatal 4-way, sometimes it's just like you just got lucky. Whereas
even the Gauntlet, I feel like you got a good draw.
This gave a good showcase to like everyone in this match.
I like
why
the structure.
Why they were put in this match. The only person I would really question it is Brindley. I thought she's definitely not ready for this.
But I like the structure. I like that they had the discipline behind it. Like, when Izzy Dane does, she can get in by attacking people. It was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. I was surprised she didn't get involved in the match a little bit more. But overall, I just hope that they don't overdo it. Like, we did it. Let's not do this again for another 6 to 12 months. Like,
let's next week.
Let's not do it next week.
Next week.
So Ren Sinclair earlier in the night referred to the No Quarter Catch crew as the Ren QCC.
Yes.
Which I feel like it is. It is because she's the most interesting one. Because when Charlie Dempsey speaks, I feel like he actually got razor blades in his mouth when he speaks. Because it seems like it hurts. Because he talks like this, and it seems like it hurts every time he speaks.
I cry my teeth.
like
Charles needs to get his shit together. He's Charles now.
He's
just Charles.
I was watching this with Shantae, and she kept asking me the question. She was like, "Hey, is he related to Randy Orton?" And I'm like, "Who?" And for whatever reason, I thought she was talking about Charles because he was the one that was talking. I was like, no, that's William Regal's boy. And then when I finally realized she was talking about the other dude whose name I don't know, I was like, he does remind me of Randy Orton a little bit. He got a little bit his look to him.
He looks like an Orton. That mean one Bob Orton's kid.
But Ren was hilarious. Ren was hilarious.
Ren kept interrupting him and then basically said that he's going to defend the Heritage Cup against everyone.
Sorry, Charles, I lost earlier. I had to interrupt you. That doesn't even make sense.
Oh, Osborne, there it is.
Obafemi. Obafemi comes out He wants them to know that the most prestigious title is the North American Championship, and he has held it, and the most dominant champion and the ruler, Obafemi. This is when Tony D and his family come out. Tony D has moved on from the Heritage Cup. He's got his eyes on Obafemi. The family jump the NQCC, while Tony D and Obafemi go at it. And then something happened. Something that I finally... I'm so happy I prayed for it. I prayed for it. I prayed for this to happen. I prayed for this to happen. Do you know why? Do you know why? It's for your sins. It's for two of your sins. Oh, Manny, you hate Tony D too much. He's destroyed the African champion. He destroyed him. He destroyed him. Look at that.
Manny, this is not actual footage of him destroying Obafemi. I don't care if he was inverted Beetlejuice tonight. He didn't do shit. He just solidified that he's going to lose to Obafemi. Or he's elevating Oba to that heavyweight title. Oba will never reach... I mean, the Don will never reach the heights of Oba. Oba's beyond this. He's beyond this.
No. If you two do not admit...
Don't you point your finger at me.
I'm taking away your black cards and I'm replacing them with crackers.
First and foremost, I done lost my black card on numerous occasions, and I don't have a problem losing it right now. Guess what? I'm glad Tony did what he did. His ass and his white loafers and his white belt deserve to be laid down.
Gentlemen,
lay his ass down.
One at a time, gentlemen. What? No, Tony D's entire outfit deserves a strike. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what he was wearing. It's the ugliest suit. I've seen Seth Rollins wear better suits than him. It's just the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. Looks horrible and uncomfortable. Looks just absolutely uncomfortable. He got a piece sitting down in that outfit.
He did make
Looks
me,
like
he
pajamas.
did make me dizzy.
Looks like a baseball player that didn't get his pinstripes right or something, or jail outfit that he's all swanky and fancy in. Tony D can shut the fuck up.
Tony D came out there and you know how long I'm gonna make a name for myself.
Let me tell you something about Tony D and his faction. Rizzo's gonna be the only one in his group that make it out alive.
You still don't like his attorney? Mark, you used to like the attorney. What happened? You turned on him?
I told him he needs to stop being the attorney. I feel like he's stuck to being the attorney forever. He could be the next Ludwig Kaiser if he wasn't the attorney.
Nah, Rizzo ain't gonna be shit until she loses that accent.
Nah, she need to keep it. Come on, Dawn.
She does it so well if that's not her real voice.
She might be the best stereotype in all wrestling. It's clearly not Eric. It's the best stereotype in all wrestling. She just passed Eddie Thorpe as being the best stereotype of all wrestling. Shout out to Bear Hill.
Joe Hendry versus Wesley versus Pete Dunne. Wesley earlier in the night said he's going to send Pete Dunne back to Raw. That's a bad thing. Like Trick said a couple of weeks ago when he was sending someone back to SmackDown. Again, SmackDown is the lesser show. The way he said
it's a promotion. It's a promotion. It is a promotion. It's a promotion. What are you talking about? Send you back to Raw. Butch. He should just call him Butch. If you're going to say I'm sending you back to Raw, I'll call you Butch.
It'd be better if he would said, I'm going to call you Butch again. That's how bad I'm going to beat you. You know,
Joe Hendry's going to send Joe Hendry back to TNA.
That makes sense.
Joe Hendry says what he did to the Rascals was disgusting when they came back to pick him up when he was at his lowest.
I feel it is disgusting what he did to Trey Miguel. That's it. Trey Miguel had hopes and delusions of grandeur of being on that NXT roster. He's never going to be seen again alive on WWE programming. Yes, Ed.
He wasn't even present in the jumping.
Man, this is your show. Can I talk about the jumping real quick?
Go ahead.
Why did Zach have to go through the audience to jump him? I mean, TNA stars have an open invitation to walk through the back. Why did he have to go through all the smoke and mirrors to get
makes
Wesley?
More impact to come from there.
But also, too, why do you wait to the end of the match to do it? Like, you had all this opportunity. At least with Lonnie, she was looking for her belt, and she finally figured out. I almost got his ass. He would have never made it to the ring.
Because he doesn't work there, Eric. You don't want to get barred and never get your match.
That's true.
He had respect for Sean. Sean, right. I'm going to attack him. But I'm not going to disrupt your match, okay? And then, hold on, Eric. He wanted to see if Wesley could win. Therefore, if he wins, we're feuding. I can give me a title match. He was smart about this attack. This was a very calculated attack. He ain't shit for trying to get this title match.
Very
But
Hitler
neither
of
is Ethan
him.
Page. The way he tried to prevent Joe Hendry from winning this match.
What a failure. But I can't
Trick.
believe
Trick should have stayed. You weren't even in this match, Trick.
No, I mean, like, I ain't
That's
never
why
had,
you haven't figured it out. That's why you weren't even in this match. You haven't figured it out, Trick.
But I think it is the right thing to have Trick and Pete Dunne feud and go into No Mercy and fight each other. It's gonna help Trick as a wrestler. It's gonna help Trick in the long run. Work with Pete Dunne. But I thought it was a solid main event. I thought it was a very enjoyable NXT though. I enjoyed the hell out of this
It
NXT.
was fun.
You know, we not too much Ava. Somehow we get less Ava now.
But you know what? I would point out Ava with Rob Stone and Stevie actually is more entertaining than Ava by herself.
Like,
Like,
just trying to protect them. What can we do to make
no,
it better?
but like Betty,
Tell these
I think
guys.
Betty and I both agree. Stevie has improved so much more since she was the DJ. Like,
Podcaster.
She wasn't a DJ. She was a podcaster.
oh, well, damn, I don't know what the fuck she was, but now she's so much better than when she was a podcaster.
There's only one DJ, and it's Eddie Thorpe, but I think he's done.
Yeah, because
Lexi King walked up to those black women like he won the feud.
But he said he wanted to start Meta too, but that's what he was trying to do. I was like,
Meta-
yeah.
So, I know you give Bianca and Jay trouble for their cackling in the back. Are Lash and Jakari the opposite of that? Because they're not cackling in the back. They're kind of
They're not
actually
cackling.
depressed and sad. And they're stuck with
sad.
all missing.
But when Lexus King walks off going, I can't have that.
I can because like he was dropping facts. I mean, Aura ain't shit, and the fact that Aura shows up after Lexus done bad mouth, but you could tell that they weren't feeling the same about him. Lash and they was like, what's going on?
All of a sudden, he calling her. He talking about getting the rub from the Rock's knees like she been gay, helping them knees out. Just so good old fashioned cold icy hot, rubbing on those knees. Oops, whoops. I'm just hitting buttons now, but I enjoyed all the wrestling
NXT
this week
was
so
fun,
far.
man. NXT was fun.
Will SmackDown win? Is Roman on this week?
Yeah,
No.
I think he's supposed to. He's not.
No.
Oh.
But you gotta let that slide. I mean, I love how I'm glad people always remind me he got leukemia. And like what he does is hard. Roman, take your time. Make it worth it.
Yeah, he still ain't said nothing.
I think the question is this week though is this the week that Kevin turns on Cody? Like,
Well,
does he hit him with the chair?
No,
Yeah,
I think
but without Roman there, really the bloodline should be going back to their main focus of Cody. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, they lost. They lost.
Sidetrack.
They lost. So
Manny, you know how things go awry when the chain of command is questioned. Like right now, the subordinates don't know if they can take orders from Solo, even when Roman's not there, because Roman might still be the incumbent tribal chief.
I just need them to turn on Solo this week. I need Jacob and the Tungans. And I
Wait,
hope the other
Why
one
would
with
they
Bad
turn
Eye
on him? They
actually
fought with him last
Dude.
week.
So when I was on Facebook
To
at
turn
work,
on him.
I almost died laughing when that meme came up of like they said I told you to come at me, and then it was the picture of the dude with the patch and he was all on the side. I was like, damn. I just died laughing.
Tagaloa.
Yeah, Tagaloa. Because I was like, Tagaloa is the worst. But I love him. He needs to be there.
No, he doesn't.
He does. Every faction deserves to have the idiot and the fool, the bubbly.
Jimmy was that person, man. You remember Jimmy did stupid shit.
No, Jimmy didn't botch though.
But he was
Jimmy
calling
didn't botch.
audibles. He was calling
Yeah,
audibles.
but that was funny. We're laughing with Jimmy. We're not laughing at. We're laughing at that guy.
Some people are just
No.
naturally fuck ups. That's what it is. But gentlemen, thank you for letting me crash your party. I have to get ready for my doctor's appointment. I had a good time talking about NXT. They really need to fade the black button on this.
Wait, so you just be like, oh, no, not a clip away, just more like, don't you forget about me. Just fade away. Like you in a Breakfast Club? It wouldn't work. But later, Eric, thank you for your insight on NXT. We look forward to hearing your rants on Dynamite this Saturday, where you will unleash all hell on Mercedes and Tom Billington, the nephew of the Dynamite Kid.
So that is the show. If you haven't already picked up some Sharpshooters merch, I feel you should be like Diamond Dallas Jimmy. And Jen.
And Jen. And Ruby. And Jamal.
And me.
And Manny. And Eric. Get a blue cup. Or is it purple?
And go to the sharpshooters.creator-spring.com and get all your Sharpshooters merch.
Look at Manny looking like a Daniel Bryan who's having a stroke after Swerve done kicked him in the head for the 1,000,000th time.
No, that looks like I need to take a shit, and I just realized I'm too far away from a toilet.
that looks like when you're Daniel Bryan, you're thinking about wrestling again, and Swerve just showed up at your house, and you go, "The fuck he knew I was thinking about wrestling for?" How did he know?
Although today on my Instagram, I feel like that is the best Manny face I've ever done.
Recommendations: don't lose all your money. That's number 1. Number 2, don't lose all your money. Number 3, Mince is a really good place to eat. Go to Gordon Ramsay's Burger is really good if you want a quick burger. There,
If
really
women
good.
approach you, they may be prostitutes.
Yeah. No, please don't take any of the tickets that are being handed out on the street by the Hispanic people in the hat. They're just slapping them like this. It's so stupid. They've been doing it forever. But yeah, enjoy all the festivities that Vegas bring and the debauchery. Try to stay cool because it's going to be 115 degrees there. True story. Yeah, so there's a lot. Vegas is an amazing place, but it's also hell on earth.
Yeah, and join us Saturday. Where I'll probably be tired from watching a wrestling show in the afternoon and then doing the show.
And join me Saturday, where I will be, mentally
Tired
drained and
in general.
dead. Yeah, and then
Join us again on Sunday when we do it all over again for All In and watch 2,000 matches.
Yeah, where Manny digs me up to watch 2,000 matches and middle of this playing Battleship.
I feel we should draw each other and other things, or we just
I can't draw it all. And
That's what would make it more funnier.
I'm not joking you off on live camera, Manny, okay? I only get paid for that. I'm going to get paid for that. Only my only thoughts and only saves.
How are those businesses going?
Well, I haven't saved anybody yet. Had to return somebody's money. Will Ospreay told me to save him since he has money to burn. And I chose not to go out there. He was going to pay for the 50% off, where I'll put my hand on the shoulder and look back up the rep to see if he's okay, see if anybody's coming.
So, yeah.
Come on, get a doctor out here, damn it. That's my save.
Oh, so we're going full circle. So, J.K. Smith was talking about what type of stuff has been put in the air. He said, because people are asking me stupid questions and think they're smart, and people installing things, they're trying to make me break my fingers like a Pete Dunne opponent.
Jeez.
What are they installing?
Just stuff, Manny. It's IT. People are always installing stuff. It's the third time today. There's no fucking coming.
I mean, I have not made coffee my personality. I just refuse.
Yeah, a lot of people are hooked on this coffee stuff, man. They don't get.
Yeah, it's like, don't talk to me if I haven't had my coffee. Don't talk to me in general, regardless of if I've had coffee or not.
I had coffee today, but I still don't want to talk to you. I haven't slept in 2 days. Don't talk to me.
Although you hand me a peach iced tea. Now we're talking business.
Don't talk to me. I haven't had a cup of water yet. Bastards, I never want to talk to you. Chelsea, it's your secret stuff.
It's not my personality. It's my John Cena juice.
What do you think of John Cena on Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay?
I think he did a better interview with Chris Van Vliet, but I did enjoy the interview.
I haven't seen.
I did enjoy
his
his fake Lamborghini story.
Oh, I haven't seen the whole thing. I just saw the headlines, and he called Roman the real greatest of all time.
I think he
Why?
is. I think he is.
Just because he looked like Jesus don't mean he is Jesus.
No, he's doing it. I think he's doing it in a time where it's a lot harder to stay relevant. Like 15 minutes of fame and stuff like that really fizzled out quite quickly. So the fact that he made me. Yeah, but John Cena had it 20 years.
He got 20 years. He had 20 years of this. Of being the guy.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily call him the greatest of all time. Because you got Cena everywhere. You got Cena everywhere. Roman is spectacle. Roman Reigns is a spectacle because he barely shows up. Yeah.
But do you really think deep down that Roman is bigger than Steve Austin, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan?
I think give it a few more years. I think so.
I don't think he's ever. I don't think anybody can reach Steve Austin's level of fame of the most watched wrestler of all time, basically.
Yeah, but
merchandise still in the top 10.
Steve Austin did it in a time where the ratings were so high that
because of him,
everyone, but everyone would know because wrestling was at its peak. Because what was it? They were doing like there was about 20 million split between WCW and WWE at that time of watching both shows, and I think Steve did it in that time. I think the way I look at it now is when people step away, you actually get sad to not see them. Like, knowing we're on the last year of Cena, I'm gonna be sad when we don't see him as often. But it's like Roman with his thousands of returns. You get excited when you go, "Oh, Roman's coming."
Yeah, you always saw it disappointed. It may seem disappointed. It's like like a kid with their "Oh, Dad's coming to play catch with me," like in Liar Liar. Roman's here. Roman's gonna be here. Oh, he's not gonna be here. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, so like I feel like I measure it by that now. It's like, will you actually miss them when they're gone?
I still miss Steve Austin.
I miss Steve Austin, but like I feel like what we got with Kim and Kevin was gold, and I don't want it ruined because the older Steve gets, the worse it's gonna get.
I just want him to make appearances. He doesn't have to wrestle. He doesn't have to wrestle. Just show up once a year.
No, because he does. He has to stun someone at least.
Yeah. Show up once a year. Maybe do one stunner. Talk a little shit. Just saying. Hogan can fuck off though at this point.
Yeah.
Hogan's one of the biggest stars ever. Heel and babyface, change the business, whatever. But he can just fuck off. All of it.
Yeah, I don't need to see him anymore.
Yeah. But shoot, it's a compelling argument. Ric Flair's another one. I'm over that. We don't need to see that no more. Yeah, I still get excited for The Rock.
Gone. I think the time is gone. I wasn't even really a Ric Flair guy.
Yeah. The older I got, the more I started appreciating Ric Flair. He's not our generation. Let's be honest. When you just go back,
because
you gotta
no
go
one
back
really like when you talk about people like that. I will always go back and say Shawn Michaels is probably one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yeah,
but he's not in that conversation of greatest of all time.
Well, drugs.
Yeah, but like I feel like that's a lot with a lot of them.
I think Shawn had the best wrestling life of anybody with his cocaine, living, and doing whatever he wants. And
yeah,
I think he had probably the most fun of all those people.
And now he's inspiring young minds in wrestling.
Yes, Shanti Diodanis.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good watch. So I'd recommend watching it. But I mean, if you're gonna watch something, watch that Cody and R-Truth video. Because Cody brought him on there specifically for hate as well, so you'll enjoy it for that reason too.
Why are there so many podcasts? So many podcasts. What?
That one's a good 40 minutes, but it's a good watch.
Why can't they all keep it under 15 minutes? If you're gonna do a podcast, keep it short.
Are you fucking? That's the popcorn in the kettle black. Look at what we just did.
We are the Black Kettle, Manny. We are the Black Kettle. Okay? That's another one of our tag team names. Okay? Shit.
The Black Kettle. In England. Strictly in England.
In England, we're the Black Kettle. Which sounds like a cold-ass name. Well, there's another name that I was like I think I said this week we were Black something. I don't remember.
I know what we should be. The finisher should be Black Kettle. The team should be Black Tea.
The Black Kettle's a code name for a move. The Black Kettle! I can hear it. And they hit the Black Kettle one more time! I can hear it way better. The Black Kettle!
Tea! Black Tea! Black Tea is the champions! Black Tea have done it again!
What's the T stand for? Team.
I'm saying T as in T.
Oh, I'm saying T as in Mr.
No, I'm the T. You are the black. Combine them, Black Tea. We'll be the new Dudley Boys on the streets.
Yeah. Get up and teabag the people. What? They carry their tea bags. This is their time.
Oh my God! He hit it with a spoon.
Hit it with a spoon. Oh, I hit him with a crumpet. He's a crumpet.
I love a crumpet. Toasted crumpet. I'm all for that. By God, the tea is popping hot.
Tea is hot. Well, we can always be like the brew, give people tea baths. Just burn them to death. Ah, fuck you. That's hot tea.
Marcus, you do it with some pizzazz where we pour that hot tea like, ooh.
Ooh. I think Darby Allin would be the only one to take that spot of hot tea being poured on, make it real hot. Fuck you, Darby.
Nah, I'm using a real teapot too. I smash a real teapot on his head.
Oh, a little teapot sure is stout. Here is my head, here is my elbow.
Here's my spout.
Yeah. Black tea it is. Black Kettle.
Oh, so make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Join us this weekend for full fun of festivities.
We have a manager named Jasmine Tea. It's a jasmine. It's a type of tea. It's amazing tea. Perfect name.
Or, Marcus, we get a sassy black woman and call her Calamile.
Or we get a blonde white girl, which they have a million of, and call her the pumpkin spice latte of the group. Yeah. And she is the PSL of the tea.
Oh, yeah. So join us for all the festivities. If you're watching All In and you get to the Jericho match, come with some ideas of what we could do before the show during that match, because that match is going to be boring as hell.
Can we just put just some image up of we'll be back after this? Well, we get to go take a nap, stretch our legs. Yeah,
we should record skits and let them go on during the length of the.
I know you enjoy it. Well, hey everybody, I'm Marcus the Grand Finale, and I know you right now are wondering, well, Swartolo is amazing. Yes, but you don't want to watch the Chris Jericho. So now we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have a serious discussion of politics and a random tangents episode just happens.
That's what we should do. Any match we don't care about, we just stray onto tangents.
Yeah, back to tangents.
You bring a topic, I'll bring a topic, because there's at least 2 matches we don't care about.
Man, there's 17 matches on this card probably happening. And I don't care about the ladder match. I don't care about the Battle Royal. I don't care about the Jericho.
Yeah, the Battle Royal is happening.
Yeah, I care about 2 matches on this show. MJF and Will Ospreay, which is going to be the shorter version of their 1-hour match. And then
I mean, I care about Tony Storm and Mariah May, but I know that's not going to be classic. I mean, it's just there for spectacle.
Yeah.
For me at this point.
And it's not even no holds barred. They should have had a Hollywood street fight or something. A good old fashioned Donnybrook.
Hollywood Street Fight. I don't think we need another one of those. Gold Dust and Roddy Piper did it. And we don't need to see it
But
again.
come on, it's so perfect for Toni Storm to do it. It's so perfect for her to do it.
Marcus, if there ain't no
Hollywood's
gold car, I don't
Brawl.
want. If there's no gold Cadillac, I don't want it.
I want, man. You don't think Tony will pay for the gold Cadillac and just redo it? They'll put the OJ chase in that motherfucker again. They would do it all. I think we need another Hollywood Backlog Brawl, and I think it needs to be featuring Toni Storm, which means I guess we gotta wait to Full Gear, which usually happens in LA.
Maybe.
We'll see. We'll see if they're still around. Where's the TV deal?
God knows. But yeah, we out, people. We'll see you
God's
on Saturday. And then we'll also see you on Sunday.
God walked into the office of Warner Bros. Going, what the fuck's going on with this? What the fuck's going on? I can't even figure this one out. Where's the TV deal? Is it happening? I know y'all lost a gazillion dollars there at Warner Bros. It looks like he just beat up a magician. A mind fighting a magician.
It looks like he's slamming him into the hat. And he'll never return again.
Oh no!
And now for the magic trick. Watch me make this gigantic man disappear.
Yeah. And he's black. Oh, very dangerous man. Disappears.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I was right about Tony D. I was right. And I waited 3 years for this.
I still don't know what you got right. I missed the whole point.
He's a despicable human being.
Close
He's
over.
not demure. He's not demure.
Have you ever seen the Demure video?
No.
I've seen it. And I understand why it is a joke. Anyway.
We out.
I'm more demure on Saturday. We'll see you next week. Or Saturday or some shit. Is that Rich Swann?
Is that our truth?
Actual footage of Rich Swann's arrest. If you look at the crowd, it actually looks accurate. Phones out that giant no sign. Rich Swann's going to jail. All right, anyway.
We out. Bye.